The Black Knight satellite, Earth's mysterious space object high above our planet. In the vast emptiness of space, stories persist of a mysterious object silently orbiting Earth, known as the Black Knight satellite. It has become one of the most intriguing modern myths, a tale that blends astronomy, conspiracy theory, and the age-old human fascination with what might be watching us from the skies. For decades, rumors have circulated that this object is not natural debris, nor a human-made satellite, but something else entirely. To some, it is proof of extraterrestrial intelligence. To others, it is a misinterpretation, a mixture of history and imagination. But whatever the truth, the legend of the Black Knight satellite has captured global attention, becoming one of the most enduring space mysteries of the modern era. The story of the Black Knight does not come from a single event, but from a patchwork of accounts stretching across the 20th century. Its roots lie in radio experiments, strange signals, military reports, and later, striking photographs. Each piece of the puzzle fueled speculation, gradually weaving a legend of an object that has supposedly circled Earth for thousands of years. To understand how the myth emerged, we must trace it back to its earliest origins. One of the first references often linked to the Black Knight comes from the 1890s. Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor and engineer, was conducting experiments with wireless transmission at his Colorado Springs laboratory. In 1899, he reported picking up unusual, repeating radio signals. Tesla interpreted these signals as possible communications from intelligent beings on Mars. While scientists today think the signals may have been natural phenomena such as pulsars, at the time his claims sparked great curiosity. Later enthusiasts would retroactively connect Tesla's mysterious signals to the idea of an artificial satellite already orbiting Earth long before humanity had reached space. Another early chapter came in the 1920s, when amateur radio operators in Norway reported receiving long-delayed echoes of their transmissions. These signals, which seemed to return seconds later, were unexplained at the time. Some saw them as evidence of a strange object reflecting signals back to Earth. Again, science offered potential explanations such as atmospheric reflection or space plasma effects. But for those who believed in the Black Knight, these echoes became further evidence of an alien satellite. The legend gained more momentum in the early years of the space age. In the 1950s, newspapers reported that both the United States and the Soviet Union had detected unidentified objects orbiting Earth. In 1954, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and the San Francisco Examiner ran stories about a mysterious satellite in polar orbit. This was years before humanity had launched satellites into such orbits, making the reports seem extraordinary. The military dismissed the sightings, attributing them to misidentified space debris or misunderstandings. Yet the seed of the Black Knight myth had been planted. By the 1960s, the story continued to grow. In 1960, the U.S. Navy detected a dark object in orbit. At first, it was believed to be a Soviet spy satellite. Later, it was identified as part of the U.S. Discoverer program, a Corona spy satellite mission. But for conspiracy theorists, this was confirmation that something strange was indeed circling Earth. The idea of the Black Knight as an ancient alien satellite watching humanity took shape. Combining these reports with earlier accounts of Tesla's signals and the radio echoes, the legend reached new heights in 1998, when astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour photographed a strange, dark object during mission STS-88. The object, irregular in shape and floating in space, looked unlike any satellite or spacecraft. NASA explained that the photograph showed a thermal blanket that had accidentally come loose during construction of the International Space Station. But for many, the images were undeniable proof of the Black Knight satellite. The photos spread widely on the internet, fueling speculation that governments were hiding the truth. Supporters of the Black Knight theory claim that the object has been in orbit for 13,000 years, far older than any human technology. They argue that it may be an alien probe placed to observe Earth long before recorded history. Some connect it to ancient civilizations, suggesting that myths of gods descending from the sky could be linked to this mysterious satellite. Others see it as part of a larger extraterrestrial monitoring system, evidence that we are not alone. Skeptics, however, point out that each piece of the Black Knight story has a rational explanation. Tesla's signals were likely natural radio waves. The long-delayed echoes from the 1920s may have been ionospheric reflections. The reports from the 1950s could have been misidentifications of early satellites or debris. The 1960 dark satellite was eventually identified as American equipment. And the 1998 photographs, though striking, matched the appearance of a lost thermal blanket. In this view, the Black Knight satellite is not a single object, but a legend stitched together from unrelated events. Yet the fascination persists. Part of the appeal lies in the ambiguity of space itself. Earth's orbit is crowded today with thousands of satellites and pieces of debris. But space is also vast, silent, and difficult to monitor completely. The idea that something unknown could be up there is not impossible, and mystery thrives where evidence is uncertain. The Black Knight has become a symbol of that mystery, an icon of conspiracy culture and modern folklore. The story also resonates with deeper human themes. It touches on the fear of being watched, the hope of contact with other civilizations, and the suspicion that authorities might conceal the truth. These themes echo throughout history, from ancient myths of divine watchers to modern concerns about surveillance. The Black Knight satellite is, in a sense, a new myth for the space age, combining our fascination with the cosmos with our distrust of official explanations. Scientific inquiry continues to study space with increasing precision. Radar systems, telescopes, and satellites track thousands of objects in orbit. No evidence of an ancient alien satellite has ever been found, but science fiction often becomes intertwined with science. The Black Knight satellite has appeared in novels, films, and even video games. It is part of our cultural imagination, whether real or not. In the end, the Black Knight remains both legend and mystery. For believers, it is a sentinel from another world, silently circling Earth for millennia. For skeptics, it is a fascinating case study in how myths are born, combining fragments of truth, mistakes, and imagination into a compelling story. The truth may never fully satisfy either side, but the story of the Black Knight satellite will continue to orbit our minds, as surely as the object itself is said to orbit our planet. What do you think about the Black Knight satellite? Do you believe it truly exists, silently orbiting Earth? Or is it just a mix of myths and misunderstood science? I'd love to hear your opinion. So share your thoughts in the comments below. Take a moment to reflect on the possibility that something unknown could still be out there, waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed exploring this mystery, give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss more fascinating stories from our world and beyond. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of this journey of curiosity.